You're watching Canadian Muslim News on Muslim Network TV from Toronto, Ontario. I'm Katherine Bullock. Assalamu alaikum and greetings of peace. Today we have an interview with Hira Faruqi, co-founder of the Muslim International Film Festival in Toronto on this weekend, October 2nd and 3rd. First, some news headlines. Cybercriminals sell fake COVID-19 vaccination certificates. Families seek court application to bring family members held in Syrian prison camps back to Canada. Islamic History Month in Canada begins today. And former president in France, Nicolas Sarkozy, could avoid 1 year in prison sentence. And now the details. Cyber criminals in Canada are selling fake vaccination certificates online. They also claim that they can enter the fake certificates into official government websites. The fake certificates and QR codes are provided at $200 to be paid in cryptocurrencies. They are offered for many provinces. Provinces maintain that they are taking every step to protect the integrity of their online systems. Ontario Health Ministry spokesperson Bill Campbell said that fake information about your vaccination status will cost you from $750 up to $100,000 and even 1 year in jail. Canadian families of members detained in Syria who are alleged to have links to ISIS filed a case against the Canadian government over inaction on bringing them home. The case was made on behalf of 11 families, including 14 children, 8 women and 4 men. They are currently kept in prison camps in northeastern Syria. They have not been charged nor given dates for a trial. The families said that conditions in the camps are horrific, with very little clean water, malnutrition, and no hygiene measures. According to CTV, Global Affairs Canada says that it is aware of Canadian children in the prison camps. The UN and Human Rights Watch have monitored Canada closely, noting that France and Germany have brought back detained citizens, unlike Canada. Today marks the start of Islamic History Month in Canada. In Ontario, it's called Islamic Heritage Month. This year's theme is anti-Indigenous racism and Islamophobia, coming together for a month of healing. Islamic History Month is celebrated to showcase the rich Muslim heritage and contributions to world civilization, especially in the sciences, humanities, medicine, and astronomy. The Honourable Maurice Bélanger, MP for Ottawa-Vanier, proclaimed Islamic History Month in 2007. Former French President Nicolas Sarkozy was handed a 1-year prison sentence by a Paris court on Thursday. He was guilty of illegal campaign financing over his failed 2012 re-election bid. According to Reuters, Sarkozy, 66, is unlikely to go to jail. He decided to appeal the sentence, a move that in effect suspends it. Sarkozy's lawyer says Sarkozy has never asked to be treated better than anyone else, but has no reason to be treated worse. Moreover, Sarkozy could serve the sentence at home with an electronic tag, the judge said. That's it for the news headlines. And now our interview with Hira Faruqi, co-founder of the Muslim International Film Festival. With us today, Hira Faruqi, the CEO of the Muslim International Film Festival in Toronto. Welcome to the show. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so happy to be here today.
It's our pleasure. People love films. We're very excited to know about the film festival. So it started today, I believe, going today, tomorrow, and Sunday.
Yeah, inshallah. So tomorrow, we have tomorrow and Sunday, inshallah, this weekend.
So today is also the first day of Islamic History Month, Canada. Is that a coincidence, or you did that on purpose to coincide?
Oh, no, we always, last year we also hosted on Islamic Heritage Month. We always want to, Islamic Heritage Month is a very new tradition that started for Canada and nationally. So we always want to take advantage of it and make sure that it's a moment and a month that Muslims are coming together, not just to celebrate the Islamic heritage that we do have, but the one that is coming, which can be seen in films, because film is part of history as well.
You said that this is the second year that you're doing it. So tell us why you decided to co-found the Muslim International Film Festival.
The Muslim International Film Festival actually started with myself and my co-founder Ubaidullah, and it was a idea that came about me with my marketing director as well, Rafi Malik. We were all students from Ryerson University, and we have been very involved in providing sustainable and different opportunities for other filmmakers. So, not filmmakers, sorry, for community members, and we had that experience already. And while I was on my way to a film festival called the Zonta Film Festival for a screening of my film, The Secret Marathon, Obaid and I realized that the film festival is actually for specifically for female directors and female filmmakers celebrating their excellence. And we kind of realized that Toronto didn't have one for Muslims. There are other Muslim film festivals out there. They're not. So we just thought about how Toronto is really the hub for diversity, inclusion, and also filmmaking right now. There are so many shoots. There are so many industry professionals that are coming from and living in Toronto. So we thought that it was the best time to go ahead and start the Muslim International Film Festival here in Toronto.
I had a colleague years ago from Kingston, I think his name was Hussein, but I might be wrong, and he helped establish the International Film Festival in Toronto. So what's the sort of like the Muslim International Film Festival?
So as a Muslim filmmaker myself and as an aspiring documentary journalist as well, I realized that by speaking to so many other Muslim filmmakers, there are cultural aspects to film that don't exactly translate well to different communities, which is why we need more folks who are judging in these film festivals, but also more Muslims in the not just in the industry as producers and as filmmakers and actors themselves, but on executive levels as well, in order to be able to step through to the industry. So, for example, I had a friend of mine who wanted to create a documentary about jinns, and that is a concept that is very familiar for us, but it's not so familiar for other filmmakers who are per se non-Muslim. So in order to even get into a film festival accepted, you're most likely to be accepted if you get that laurel, get that representation, that recognition from other film festivals. So we decided to create a Muslim International Film Festival, not just to celebrate the fact that we have a very strong, a very committed filmmaking community all around the world, but to also give that stepping stool for filmmakers and for in the industry already to be able to step further.
So part of what you do then is give awards, and that's sort of important on the career path. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, so we give awards, but we also provide them a platform. So it's a networking opportunity. That's what film festivals are meant to be, to connect with other producers and production houses. So right now, we've, as an organization, we've had other mainstream Hollywood and mainstream Canada or Canadian organization reach out to us, ask us about how they want to have more writers in the newsroom, more Muslim writers in their writing rooms and in their in the production side of things. So we're not only just having the film festival isn't our main goal. Part of what we do is also to connect those Muslim filmmakers to the right people in order to make them mainstream, make their stories mainstream in the larger industry.
So 3 days worth of films, you must need a lot. How are you selecting the films that you're going to be showing?
We have judges. We had judges this year. I was on the judges panel as well as a more so because of the festival side of things, but we had 3 amazing filmmakers who were judges and went through all of the films, and they have a rubric that they go through as well. They went through every single film very carefully to decide what films should be screened and what should not. A lot of the decisions that we do make is based on pure production, pure storyline, character development, and so many other aspects. And there's also the Muslim excellence aspect of it. So this might answer your question from before too, in terms of what's the Muslim side of things. For us, it's important to spread the message of Islam, but it's also important to recognize that we can do that by just showing people who Muslims are, whether that's no matter what the story is. So in order to combat Islamophobia, we don't only have to have these different campaigns talking about Islam and spreading the message of Islam, but also just to normalize the fact that Muslims are on screen, Muslims exist, so that people can understand and not have this phobia against Muslims.
So it's a bit like in the book industry where they want to have Muslim characters just doing ordinary things.
Exactly.
It doesn't mean it has to be sort of like about Islam as a religion. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
That's very good, because that's definitely missing in mainstream media. There's very few shows that will just have a Muslim character doing, something ordinary, and their Muslimness is not sort of foregrounded in relation to terrorism or something.
Yeah, exactly. We just want to normalize the aspect of a regular Muslim, normalize having Muslims on screen, because there's always the typical, a lot of the times in the last couple of years, we keep seeing the typical Muslim character on Netflix where a hijabi woman has to take her hijab, doesn't even have to, but she takes her hijab off and there's a quotation of freedom, or she takes her hijab off for a white romantic counterpart. Those are maybe true stories, but there's so many more stories. Muslims are not monolithic. Muslims come from different diverse backgrounds, different stories. So we just want to do our best to have those stories heard. So telling Muslim stories by Muslims.
Do you have any numbers, like how many were submitted, how many you accepted, anything like that?
Yeah, this year we had 40 submissions from all around the world, and we accepted, the selected films were at 16 films.
That's a pretty good metric, actually.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good metric. Now, COVID's happening. People might not be going to the cinema. So how are you actually doing the screenings?
So we actually launched the Muslim International Film Festival during the first pandemic when it hit us. That kind of took us by surprise, but alhamdulillah, when God wills something, he makes it happen. And what we were able to do is actually go through the drive-in route. In Toronto, there are a lot of spaces that have turned into a drive-in space. So one of them is the Ontario Place Drive-In. They have transformed their parking lot into a drive-in theater. So last year we hosted it at the Ontario Place Drive-In. This year, inshallah, we are also hosting it at the Ontario Place Drive-In. It's very safe. Everyone is just within their cars, respectfully and safely distanced from each other. And it's just an opportunity to bring everyone together during this pandemic as well.
It's like a blast from the past. I used to go to the drive-ins with my parents when I was a kid, like 40 years ago. So
very
nice.
Vintage feels. We love it.
So is there a cash prize for the winners?
At the moment, we do not offer cash prizes, as it is our second year. But inshallah, we're looking forward in the next coming years to provide cash prizes in order, and hopefully provide some sort of grants for our filmmakers as well, so that they can use what they win from us to work into another project in the future.
So if someone's interested in coming along, how will they find out the address and the schedule, like what to see?
Yeah, so we all of our information is at Muslim INTL Film Fest on Instagram, and then you can also find us on our website, muslimintlfilmfest.com.
Great. Well, thank you very much for joining us to tell us about this unique venture. We wish you well. It's very important to have Muslim representation, so I really commend you for your leadership in this. Thank you for joining us on the show.
Thank you so much for having me. I hope you have a good day.
Hira Faruqi, CEO, Muslim International Film Festival. That's it from us today. Join us next time on Canadian Muslim News on Muslim Network TV. Stay safe. God bless.